this afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna Barros. I'm a professor and head of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. I want to welcome you to the grand opening ceremony of our new CEE building and the Kavita and Lalit Bal Smart Bridge. We are delighted to have all of you here today. Provost Andres Cangalares, Dean Rashid Bashir, and our alumni and friends who gave so generously to make all of this possible. I see many of our faculty, and we're thankful that you're here also. On behalf of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, welcome, and thank you for being here today to celebrate with us. Our Masters of Ceremonies is going to be our Associate Head and Director of Undergraduate Studies, Professor John Popovich. And John, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you, Anna, and thank you, everybody. I'm so pleased to be able to stand here in front of all of these friendly and in many cases familiar faces to celebrate this great day. Really happy to do it, and just a wonderful thing. So thank you. Before I start, I want to send regrets from our president, Colleen, and Chancellor Jones. They had conflicts and regret that they are unable to attend today, but nonetheless, we will have a great event. So without further ado, I'd like to announce our first speaker, and that is Provost Andreas Cangalares, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, and the M.E. Van Valkenburg Professor in Electrical and Computer Engineering here at Illinois. And as the Chief Academic Advisor, Dr. Cangalares oversees the campus academics programs and policies priorities, which are all designed to ensure the quality of, holistically, the educational experience for the students, and to sustain an environment for everyone that encourages and supports academic excellence through diversity, inclusion, free inquiry, debate, and speech, and of course, study. In his role, he works closely with the Chancellor and the other Vice Chancellors, the Deans of the academic colleges and other units, academic staff and the Senate, and so on, various committees, for example, in setting the overall academic priorities for campus. So, Professor Cangalares.
Thank you, John, and good afternoon to all of you. What a special event this is. I think what John forgot to emphasize is that I am an engineer too, and I do know that our Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering is the best department in the world. So on behalf of President Gillin, on behalf of Chancellor Jones, I would like to welcome you to this celebration of the rejuvenation of the facilities that are going to define what our civil and environmental engineers in this very special university are going to do for the world in the decades ahead of us. And I say this because what this department has brought to life through the accomplishments of its outstanding faculty, its famous distinguished alumni, and its students, and everyone who has embraced the fact that civil and environmental engineering is what makes the foundation of the world happen, is truly, truly legendary. I shared with a subgroup the other day the fact that I have an uncle who got a master's degree here, and as far as he's concerned, when I served as Dean of the Graduate College of Engineering, I was a liability to his department. All of this to say that the passion that all of you, alumni and friends, you have for this place is the one that drives all of us, the current faculty, our students, our staff, that come together to make the future happen. And I say this because as I recall the days when then Department Head Marinas went on a mission to make sure that this we are going to be celebrating today, the new phase, the new civil and environmental engineering and hydro systems building make themselves possible. What he told me, I'll never forget that. He said, Andreas, we have a community that will come together and make this happen. And we have so many of you with us tonight, today, to celebrate that community that makes things happen. I think about the future, I think about all the things that my colleagues here and alumni are engaged in terms of a sustainable, environmentally sustainable future for humankind. And everything starts with the materials we use for building buildings, the way we go about the transportation around communities, the way we enable an environmentally sound place for people to come together, feel safe, feel engaged in their lives in ways that the past has informed us to think anew of how to make them even better. We cannot be talking about healthy environments without thinking about the buildings, the facilities, the spaces that people are using for making their lives better. That's where health starts. Health starts with the environments in which we live. And this department, and I can tell you, it is not only the faculty, the young students that engage with this department, the way they think about the future is so inspirational, it's so compelling for all of us. The most distinguished, the most outstanding faculty in the civil and environmental engineering and around the campus to think differently and be even more aspirational about the things they want to accomplish. And what has been happening with these new facilities, you will see as you have the opportunity to go to them, is inspiring that as well. So let's look to the future and let's think of all the great things that the civil and environmental engineering community will make possible in the future. And let's say that we are so privileged to be part of this community, no matter what role we play, as alumni, as current faculty, as current students, as people who embrace the future of the well-being of humankind in ways that very few others have the privilege to think about it. Make it happen. So this is what it's all about. On behalf of all of us at the University of Illinois, thank you for sharing this special event with us. On behalf of the leadership of the University of Illinois, we are privileged to say that our civil and environmental engineering department is going to be the best department in the decades ahead. Thank you all very much. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Provost Kingalares, for those inspiring words. Our next speaker is Dr. Rashid Bashir. He's the Dean of the Granger College of Engineering here at Illinois, a professor of bioengineering, and the Granger Distinguished Chair in Engineering. Dean Bashir has also been the Department Head of Bioengineering and the Director of the Holonyak Micro and Nanotechnological Laboratory right across the alley here at Illinois. He was a member of the core founding team and the co-chair of the inaugural curriculum committee for the Carle Illinois College of Medicine, our new medical college, science-based medical college, the world's first, by the way, engineering-based college of medicine here and located here at the University of Illinois. We're very proud of it. So please welcome Dean Bashir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. My name is Rashid Bashir. I'm really humbled and proud, of course, but humbled every day to be the Dean of the Granger College of Engineering, this great college. And it is really because of events like this, it's because of people like this at the end of the day. I usually say that, excellence is something that we are striving for, but it's really impact. It's really the impact that we want to have on the world, to make humanity at large better than before. And at the end of the day, it's about people. And to attract people here, to attract the best faculty, the best student, we need to, of course, then provide the best environment and the best facilities. So this is really kind of an example of what we're doing today. But I'm just so honored and humbled that we're here today. Thank you all for being here. So, you know, when I joined here, I came in electrical and computer engineering also. And I have an affiliate appointment in many departments in the college, but my goal is to get an affiliate appointment in civil and environmental engineering. And they haven't given it to me yet, so that's okay, but that's my aspiration. So that's what I think this department is just so phenomenal. That was a joke, but it's just really so phenomenal. And I think what you get is this tremendous sense, of course, of the impact that we've had. There's nothing in the physical world, physical infrastructure that Illinois, Granger College of Engineering and civil environmental engineers haven't had an impact on. There's nothing in the physical world. And I think that's the past. We want to obviously stand on the shoulders of giants, but we look to the future. So the kind of things that Andres talked about, what Anna and the faculty we talk about, sustainable infrastructure, new ways of building smart building, an autonomous track in Rantoul that we're building, all of the great things that are going on. I tell you one example of the forward thinking of the department is in terms of environmental engineering and of course climate change. So last year we did a cluster hire in photosynthesis engineering, and we hired 3 faculty, one in civil engineering, one in plant biology, and one in ag and bioengineering. So that tells you the kind of things that the department is thinking and doing already really rapidly in terms of the new cutting edge area in civil and environmental engineering. Tremendous impact that has to be made. So we're just so excited, as you can tell. I couldn't be any more excited to be here and to come to work every day, especially obviously meet all of the tremendous alums. So now I'll go to some of the scripting, but that was just, I'm so excited. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate the grand opening of the Civil and Environmental Engineering Building and the Kavita and Lalit Bal Smart Bridge. We're really, really excited. This gathering has been a long time in the making, as was mentioned, and after, of course, multiple date changes, and we were just talking with some of our guests that we were hoping to have this done some time ago, but something called the pandemic hit along the way. But here we are today, and again, I couldn't be any more thrilled. The Civil Environmental Engineering Department has a very long and a very distinguished history dating back to the university's founding in 1867. And as I look around us today, I'm not only just awestruck by the beauty of this renovated CEE building and the addition of the smart bridge, but really also about just the boundless opportunities that exist today of making that impact that we just talked about. I believe this new spaces will continue to attract the best students. Andres said this is the best civil environmental engineering department in the country. I usually say it's the best in the galaxy. Having completed the Yeh Center, the Yeh Student Center in 2011, we knew that to deliver on our mission of being the nation's top CEE department, we needed to continue to modernize the facilities and offer the modern classrooms, the forward-facing laboratories, hands-on experience, hands-on equipment, and expansive community spaces for our current and the future generations that engineers seek. Our vision was to develop a state-of-the-art facility that inspires and empowers civil and environmental engineering students to be the best in the world at what they do and continue to do. And because of the generosity and the philanthropic support of more than 600 donors, this vision is now a reality. This is more than just a building grand opening. This is really our college and our terrific department. This is our commitment to staying at the forefront of the civil and environmental engineering discipline and the evolution of this discipline looking to the future. This is our promise to ensure access to the progressive infrastructure, environments, resources, and programs that our students and faculty need to succeed in the 21st century. This building, this addition, this is our intention to secure to the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Illinois to be the globally top-ranked academic and research programs for decades to come. And this is really a testament to the more significant impact that our engineers have on the world. So I hope that following this program, you can tour this remarkable facility, the very unique spaces that so many of you have really enabled us to bring to reality. And a few unique spaces that I'll just point out to you and encourage you to visit. They include the Robert and Glenda Johnson Student Collaboration Space, a space that exhibits CEE and Granger Engineering's commitment to diversity and invites students from all backgrounds, particularly students of color, to commit their talents, their energy, and their passion to the profession of civil environmental engineering. The Kavita and Lalit Bal Smart Bridge. This is our newest campus landmark. Even more beautiful when it actually lights up at night. I would encourage you to stay or come back and look at this at night. It looks really beautiful. And it really connects, as you know, the Hydro Systems Lab with the Newmark Lab. There is the Exxon Mobil Conference Center, a space funded by the combined generosity of alumni and friends who are current or retired Exxon Mobil employees, and that's located on the 2nd floor. And the Sidney Epstein Alumni Welcome Center located on the 3rd floor. So we're really just really excited. There are also a few individuals whom I'd like to recognize and thank on behalf of the College of Engineering, of the Granger College of Engineering. So certainly our speakers today, Provost Ganglaris was actually the Dean of the College of Engineering when this started. So I do want to give him a big round of applause and credit for the leadership to really put that forward. The CEE department head, Anna Barros. We're so delighted that Anna is here with us. She just completed her 1st year. And again, pushing the department forward in new directions. Anna, thank you for being here. We're about to start a new degree in environmental engineering, actually a brand new degree in that space, so it's really terrific. I want to also especially acknowledge, Andres mentioned that too, Professor Benito Marinas, who was the department head at the time. He's the Ivan Rechev Professor of Environmental Engineering. He couldn't be here today, but I think we should give him a big round of applause. And members of the CEE Alumni Association Board of Directors, and members of the CEE team who helped to put this event together. But the members of the Alumni Association Board, if you can raise your hand, or if you're here, please. And then, of course, members of the CEE team who helped to make this event possible. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for your diligence, your hard work, your dedication, your passion. Without you, the renovation and this addition project just would not have been possible. And to many alums, donors, and friends who couldn't be here, and again, thank you for investing your time, your talent, and your treasures into CEE and the Granger College of Engineering. Your commitments are more than just the investments in education. These are investments in humanity and the future of the world. Just like amazing people have come through and done amazing things, I have no doubt that we'll continue to do that in the future. And this was what will make possible for Granger engineers to seek out new opportunities and drive the future of science and engineering for years to come. So thank you so much again for being here. And I hope to meet many of you. I know I've met many of you before. I hope to meet the rest of you in the remainder of the day. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Dean Bashir. So our next and final speaker before I wrap things up, I come back and wrap things up, is Dr. Anna Barros. She's the Donald Big R. Willett Chair of Engineering and the 16th Civil Engineering Department Head here at Illinois. Dr. Barros joined the department in February of last year to help lead us in the new direction, to keep the momentum going. Her major area of research is in microwave remote sensing of land surfaces and the atmosphere. She's a member of the National Academy of Engineering, a fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers and the American Meteorological Society, and the American Association for the Advancements of Science, and the American Geophysical Union. Please welcome Dr. Barros.
Well, thank you very much, John. And after two very inspiring speeches, I don't really have much inspiring to say except to express my heartfelt thanks for all of you who made this possible. I think one of the humbling experiences of being head of CEE at Illinois is that, for example, we have two granddaughters here today of someone who graduated in 1911. Talk about loyalty, right? So this is an amazing community of people who are loyal, and who went through a very tough program, right? So I like to tell everyone that this is arguably the most substantive program anywhere in the world. And as Marshall pointed out to me the first time he met me in my office, I'm sitting at Newmark's desk. So what else could be better than that? So thank you, everyone. This is a momentous day. It's a day when we're celebrating a new beginning. We're thankful to everybody who made this possible. We're full of optimism for what our building, our iconic bridge are going to bring in the future and make possible for our students. Tomorrow is another day. We're going to start imagining things and developing new initiatives and so on. For today, we want to savor this day, enjoy this beautiful afternoon. It's not raining after all, right? That's wonderful. And we have our new bachelor's in environmental engineering that will start next year. We can't wait for that. We're going to have a fantastic environmental engineering program as well. So I hope to see and meet and get to greet many of you this afternoon. So I apologize if I don't recognize when I should have, and so on. So please, please be understanding, and let's get this going, John. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barros, and let's get this thing going, she said. So before we end the ceremony and proceed to the open house and the ribbon cuttings, here are just a few notes to share about today's celebration. So there's a program, and in the program there's a list of all the namespaces and give some information about those. So look at them, and about the funders and namesakes and so on. Please take time to explore that and learn about them when you visit the rooms. Most of the rooms that you'll visit, and also the spaces in between rooms, are hosted by either CE faculty or CEE students who will be very happy to explain to you the work that they're doing or what has been done and will be done in those spaces, or demonstrating what they're doing now. There's one, for example, just students from the American Society of Civil Engineering will be happy to tell you what they are doing, and so on. There will be also a few research presentations by faculty and students, and these are listed on the posters throughout the building at certain times. There are 6 ribbon cuttings, one immediately following this at the main door, and then a ribbon cutting for each floor, and one for the bridge. The times of these are listed in the program that you have, and so please feel free to join the groups for any of the cuttings and for the photo for all of these events. Finally, we will conclude this exciting day with a cocktail party on the bridge and the 3rd floor above us, running from 6 to 8 p.m. So if nothing else, join us for that one. Okay, and now to get to our first ribbon cutting. I'd like to introduce 2 very special students who will help us here. They've agreed to hold the ribbons for all of our ribbon cuttings today. Would Dale Robanal and Lauren Schisler please come forward? So Dale and Lauren are the Baker Prize winners for our 2022 graduating class. The Baker Prize is named for one of our most famous department heads, Ira O. Baker, and it was established in 1923. It's been a tradition since then. And it goes to our department's top graduating students. And these students are decided by faculty selection. The faculty meet and discuss all of the students that have potential for this award, and then after some discussion and sometimes debate, we'll decide on who gets the honor. This year it's Lauren and Dale. This prize, it's not simply grades, right? We have lots of outstanding grades. It's in addition to superior scholastic achievement, which is, of course, important in this prize, but there's more. The selection is based on the students' activities in organizations, personal characteristics, initiative, reliability, and potential. And because our students will be the greatest beneficiaries of this beautiful new building and smart bridge, we think it's fitting that our two best students, the Baker Prize winners, play a role in that festivities. And I know some of you in this tent are former Baker Prize winners. So congratulations to you too. It's really, so on behalf of, thanks once again, I want to recognize them once again. On behalf of the department, I'd like to once again thank our university and campus leaders for their support in helping bring this project to fruition through difficult times of COVID, through difficult times for our building project. I would also like to thank all of the donors who gave so generously and to make this all possible. The project is truly transformative of our department, not only physically, as you can see here, but figuratively. And it will benefit generations of CEE students for many years to come. So let's proceed to the first ribbon cutting. So I'll ask Dale and Lauren to please take your place by the main door and the building. And will the following individuals please line up behind the orange ribbon behind the main door to the new building for the first official ribbon cutting. Those are Provost Cangaleras, Dean Bashir, Dr. Barros, and Lalit and Kavita Ball. Thank you very much.
I'm a great granddaughter. Wait, did you say? Yeah, that's my great grandmother.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.